The Dee River flows from Devil's Lake under Highway 101 to the ocean, a total of 440 feet, and for years it held a distinction in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Dee River, the world's shortest, absolutely, right here.
Right here.
Right here in Lincoln City.
David Gomberg is a state representative from Lincoln City. But back in 1988, he was the new executive director of the Lincoln City Chamber of Commerce when an unexpected controversy reared its ugly head.
A group of students in Great Falls, as a school project, decided to get a drainage ditch recognized as a river by the Survey of Geographical Names, and then submitted that to the Guinness Book as the shortest river in the world. I learned very, very quickly that the mothers and fathers in Lincoln City took the shortest river very seriously. And they said, David, go fix this for us. You know, we claimed our river was 420 feet long, and it went from Dee Lake out to the ocean.
Right.
But in the winter, the storms would come in and the waves would actually crash from the beach right into the lake, and we had no river at all.
Right.
So the question is, how do you measure a river?
How do you measure a river? Well, Lincoln City residents were not willing to go with the flow, so they hired some geologists to conduct a scientific investigation for money.
They said that it starts where the water comes out of the lake at the water break there and ends at the vegetation line. And so we determined that our river was actually not 420 feet, but about 110 feet long.
Boom, there it is. Take that, Great Falls. Gomberg eagerly sent his findings to the Guinness Book of World Records to reclaim their title as home of the world's shortest river. And the response?
Dead silence, radio silence.
Not exactly what they were hoping for.
Guinness resolved the problem in a different way. They eliminated the shortest river category entirely.
But that's not fair.
Well, you know, what's fair is that we've got the shortest river, and we're sticking to the claim, and anybody driving up 101 will see the sign right here that says Dee River, world's shortest.
And any opinion other than that are fighting words in these parts. And about that sign on the highway.
What I worry about is, if I'm not mistaken, it is not a hyphen, it says Dee River and there's a space. But if you're driving by quickly, it looks like it says world's shortest driver. On the other side of the highway bridge, you see a little waterfall.
Right.
And that's actually a water break that they use to control the water levels in the lake during different times of year.
Okay.
But so when the water comes over that break, that's where the river begins.
That's where it starts.
And it comes down here.
all the way down here,
110 feet to the end of the vegetation line.
which is right here.
Right about here, I would say.
Well, who can argue with that? But that begs the question.
If the river stops back there, what's this wet thing that goes out to the
Well,
ocean?
that's the next question. What is it? What is this part of the river?
Well, this is the Dee River estuary.
It's an estuary.
Well, that's our story. We're sticking to it.
This battle to the bottom started back in 1988, but the pride of ownership of the title of the world's shortest river is still right there on the surface.
I've been living here for 30 years, and it's not the first time I've retold this story about a bunch of school kids in Montana trying to steal our claim, and their parents were not happy with me. And now that 30 years later, they've got kids who are not happy with me.
We've walked the entire length of the Dee River,
Without getting our feet dry.
and I'm not even tired. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122. Well, according to my scientific measurements, this is the shortest river in the world.
Well, you can't argue with science. So, Great Falls, Montana, what do you say to that? In Lincoln City, on the shore of the world's shortest river with cinematographer Cody Rialt, this is Dave Jones for Destination Oregon.